So hey there guys, just want to show you guys the tiny baby fat girl with all the electronics inside of it and actually working. This uses the Orlandoo drivetrain, axles, and electronics as well. I mean, I didn't use it on this one. I went with the Sumo electronics because I haven't received all the electronics I need from the Orlandoo to actually put it all together. And I figured I will use those with the 1S battery with the 90 millimeter baby fat girl. You can see the difference is quite big between these two, even by just changing those 10 millimeters. So this guy is extremely small when compared to this one, but this one will use the Orlandoo electronics. This one, which could also use the Orlandoo electronics, is using the Sumo ones just because I wanted to show you guys it running. I have the extremely slow gearbox in there. I don't remember how many RPMs it is. I want to say it's like 50 to 80 or something like that. It's really, really slow. I tried to make it a little faster by changing the original motor to a coreless motor, but even that doesn't give it enough speed to do what I wanted to do. For you guys that are into crawling, then it's actually perfect. But for me, I don't I don't like it. It's so slow. Went ahead and left all the battery wires and servo wires and everything as long as they come, and just to show that even without trimming everything, that everything fits inside of the cage. Nothing sticks out, so it doesn't look ugly, and it actually looks like the vehicle itself. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of playing around. It has a 200 milliamp hour 2S battery inside the engine bay to keep the weight low. Orlandoo drivetrain axles, obviously. Slightly bigger wheels and tires from tiny 4x4. This is what the Orlandoo ones look like. So I went ahead and went with these for the 100 millimeter, and I'm going to use these for the 90 millimeter cage. Swapped the motor, the servo, for one of these D56 MGs. They are a lot stronger than the original ones that you get for the Orlandoo, but they're also bigger. So let me see, I have another one sitting around here. All right, so just for like a size comparison, this is what the original one that they suggest for the Orlandoo looks like, and this is what I put on it. The reason I went with this one is because it is almost as tall. I wanted it to be thin like this one, but this is the closest I could get. This is a low profile servo, and I wanted it to be as low as possible so it wouldn't crash into the cage, but I wanted it to be stronger, like way stronger, which it is. And it's also metal gears. This one right here, I stripped the gears inside of it by using this setup. It was just too much voltage and the gears couldn't handle it, so it stripped them. So this is not working. Anyways, there is a better servo. You can still make it work. Obviously, I extended the front shocks, which is the same thing I do with my SCX version of it. As you guys already know, this chassis, I try to make it look as close to the original thing is, and in doing that, you have to keep these bars here and all of this so it looks like the original. I could go the easy way and just bring these up, and the servo will work without modifying the shocks, but it just wouldn't look like the original thing, so I'd rather do it this way. I just need longer screws to make the shaft for this. The stock servo for the Orlandoo does fit in here, so you don't have to extend the shocks. But with this servo, you do have to extend the shocks to make it work because it doesn't fit inside of the cage like the original one does. Speed with this gear, holy moly, it's extremely small. Extremely slow. As you can see, this is truly a crawler. And this is as fast as it goes. That is top speed. So I went ahead and ordered some faster gearboxes with the motor, so that I can make this go a little bit faster, because I want it to be like the other ones that I have that are like faster. ESC, and this one I think is having some issues. I don't think it's a servo, because I tried multiple ones and it's still having the same issue. So I'll try a different ESC later. But it is centered now. But if you look at it, come on, do it. So at first, usually you'll get this problem with the servos where it won't center correctly. And you see all the glitching. I don't believe it's the servo, because I'm using these servos on my other builds and it doesn't have this issue. Especially when I use my basher electronics, this is not an issue. And usually, like I said, that's usually a problem with the potentiometer not centering correctly and the electronics in there. But because it works all right with the ESC, with the other ones, I think there may be something wrong with my ESC when it comes to controlling the servos. So I don't know, I'll get to the bottom of that later, but just wanted to show that. Anyways, that is the Orlandoo baby fat girl complete. Everything working. Looking kind of cool. Really small. I mean, it still fits in my hand. Not as small as my 90mm one, and definitely not as small as my 187, which I'm also waiting on the electronics for. Once I get those, I'll put that one together. But I figured I wanted to show you guys that this one actually does work. It does have the articulation. Everything works fine. So if you were a little hesitant in getting this because you didn't think it could be put together, then there it is. It actually works. Obviously, a whole bunch of you guys are going to be able to build this much better than I can, as far as getting it to perform. I do a lot of the building. I do a lot of the designing. I do not do so much of the recording of the videos of them running, because I just don't have the time and I don't have a good place. I kind of leave that to you guys to post the videos of them actually doing what they do. And there's been a whole lot of you guys that have got the SCX version and have posted some really cool videos showing the capabilities of these chassis, and I really thank you guys for that. I've tried to do my best to kind of pay back some of those guys and gotten them some cool stuff, and they've been having fun with those. But pretty much if you guys, I get it a lot, get comments. I want to see running videos. I want to see running videos. I try, I'll try to do that, but honestly, there's much better guys out there that could put some seriously awesome running videos and edit them really well. And I'd rather go watch theirs. I mean, I really just watch their videos instead of doing my own. So that's that. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked it.